Hello, people of the internet, how's it doing? So, you've probably seen Phil Hogan has resigned. Now, first of all, to say well done to everybody in Ireland who kicked up fuss. Well done to everybody in Cavan. Like, we put politicians in Cavan under very big stress. I can't even tell you, they were very stressed out because people in Cavan were up over it. And rightly so, because Phil Hogan thinks he can get off with it, and he probably will get off with it. He probably just have to resign, and nothing to be said after that about it. But keep pushing for him to be prosecuted for using his phone and everything like that. But anyway, we take that as a win because overwhelmingly, I never seen the Irish people stand up all together. Not even one Irish person I met said he should stay. Everybody was like he should go. Simple as that. No matter if it was the priest, no matter if it was the bishop, they all said he should go. He was such shameful to this country. Not even one person. I don't even think there's one person in the country that would say he should stay. And even the government, had to say, we don't have faith in them because me, Hole and Leo got such abuse online, for not doing anything, for not standing up and saying, he should be gone, and one word for the politicians, or another word for everybody else. Again, only for the people kicking up, only for the Irish people standing up and saying, Phil Hogan, we don't want you here. And I think I have to speak on behalf of the Irish people. We don't want Phil Hogan ever landing in this country again, so he can stay over on buses and he can stay in buses for the rest of his life. So well done, Phil. You can stay over there. He probably get his big pension. Don't worry. He won't starve. Let me tell you, he won't starve. He still get his TD's pension. He still get a minister's pension. He get a EU pension. He'll be fine. Don't worry. And he won't have to pay, and he won't have to work another day in his life. He's getting everything on his plate. You get probably a nice property too, government paid. Probably get everything. You probably can claim millions upon millions back off the state. You probably can claim for everything under the sun. So this is the country we live in. Great country, isn't it? If you commit a crime, you get the claim for everything. Great country, isn't it? Just a great country because that's what's going to happen. He probably claim for everything. All the years he served as a public servant, he probably claim for things. And he probably will. He get it. He will get it. And now it's time for the Supreme Court judge. Seamus Wolf, I think it is, to go. We have to push now for the Supreme Court judge to be kicked out, to be thrown out, because having him in the Supreme Court after him breaking the laws, which he's supposed to police, is not a good look. We have to get rid of him. Again, Phil Hogan, your time has come beforehand. To try to get rid of you with Irish water, during that time. But your time has come now, so. You won't mess with the people of Ireland. Again, I said to the people of Ireland, to keep putting pressure on the government saying that he doesn't deserve to have a pension. He really doesn't after all this. He doesn't really, he has enough money. He's money made. He doesn't need a pension. Let's be honest, he doesn't need a pension. And to keep pushing for the Supreme Court judge to be sacked. So yeah, again, people power. The people of Ireland stood up and said, hang on a moment, we won't let this go unchallenged. And rightly so. People stood up and people fought and people uproared over it. Again, in Cavan, so many people uproared over it, they didn't know what to do. The Fianna Fáil and Fianna Gael senators and TDs, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to go. They didn't know where to look. Because they didn't know what to say. Because there was just such an uproar. And that was all because people stood together and people said, we don't want him there. How dare he do this? And we stuck in our houses and we couldn't go to funerals and everything like that. And rightly so. Again, rightly so. People stood up and people showed their anger. And again, it just goes to show you when the people stand, when the majority, if this country stands together, and this country stands united, we can get anything done we want. If we all stand together, same as Irish Water at the time, everybody went in the streets and everybody gave a fuck to the government and they couldn't do anything. They honestly couldn't do anything. If the whole country, if 1 million people stands against the government, they couldn't do anything. Simple as that. It's the same now. They couldn't do anything because the amount of pressure put on Phil Hogan and, after this Golfgate scandal was overwhelming. I haven't seen the Irish people stand up since the water charges. They haven't stood up as, viciously as they did now. And rightly so, because obviously all them things were broken as one word for the politicians. But then again, I keep saying, he needs to be prosecuted for being on his phone. And he needs to face law problem. He needs to face the law. He needs to face the law the same as every other citizen in this country to break a regulation. So we have to keep pushing for that too. So yeah, again, victory for the Irish people. Thank you.